Derek here, Redhead Steering Gears. Today we're going to show you the easiest way to find center on two of our most common selling steering gear boxes. This is a 2869-3T for a second gen Dodge truck, 94 to 02. Again, this is a 3-turn box, so it's going to go roughly 3 1/4 turns from full lock to full lock. What will happen when you go to torque your pitman arm, oftentimes the steering gear will come off of center and you will have to find center again. Every single steering gear that leaves our building is set to center as it leaves, so you shouldn't have to find center, but if it does come off of center while you're torquing it, this is going to be the easiest way to find center. On the Saginaw, this is a forward rotation. So the flat of the input shaft is facing upward. So as the steering gear is mounted to the frame rail of the vehicle, that flat will be facing perfectly up towards the red top cover. And again, this is going to go just over 3 turns. So it's on center now. You're going to want to go all the way to 1 lock. Now there is a high point on center. This is how we set them. This is nice and tight, just like we like it. And you're going to go all the way to 1 lock. So you hit lock. We're going to go all the way back to the other direction. Again, this has been bench tested, so this is just residual ATF fluid squirting out of here. Totally normal. There's 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, 3 and a little bit. We're going to go back just over 1 1/2 turns. There's 1. You're going to feel that tight spot, and you're going to, when you are turning this, you are going to, a lot of times I do a lot of phone calls, tech calls here at Redhead. We take this phone call. People think that they're against the stop when they're on center because of how tight this is. With time and miles, that will wear in, but this tight spot is completely normal, and you will have to work through that to get full travel of the 3 1/2 turns. And we'll jump over here to the Ford steering gear box. This is a 2764 BS. 36 spline sector shaft. This fits 99 to 04 Ford Super Duties, F250s, F350s, and 99 to 05 Ford Excursions. This is a reverse rotation steering gear. So we're starting with the vice grips in the same 6 o'clock position, but the flat spot on the Fords and the reverse rotations, you'll notice, is actually facing down instead of facing up on the forward rotation. So if this were mounted to the frame rail of the vehicle, that flat spot will be perfectly facing down. So this one is going to be 4 full revolutions. Again, we're on center. Same thing as the Saginaw for the Dodge. It's nice and tight on center here. This is totally normal. You'll have to work through that. We're going to go all the way to 1 lock and then count 4 turns to the next opposite lock. So there's 1, 2, there's 3 revolutions, there's 4 revolutions, and it stops. And we're going to split the difference and go 2 turns back to center. There's 1, there's 2, and you're going to feel it get tight. Again, you're going to have to work through that. That is normal. That is how we like it. That flat is facing perfectly down, and we are back on center. That is how you find center of a Redhead steering gearbox.